Thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Take four, take four.
They will run for the first time here with White. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
51. Stay with your man. Go, Mike 51, Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. Alluding to, and right away, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Check back, check back.
The drive starts with a run by White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Now, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey.
First down, here's White. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check 13. Check 13.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 19.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ric Flair.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on second and long. Goff. And he's got this complete to Bellamy. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
That's taken on the 25. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 53 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
Mike 51.
In your face.
Mike 51.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Joker.
Now a carry for White. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903, Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. Play action. It's Jackson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On second down, it's Freeman, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Just like that. Just like that. 12. 15. Check 15. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash.
And to give this time to the tailback. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
45.
On 1st down, gone. Airing one out for Boyd. He's got a man, complete. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now Goff on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check 3. Value 1.
Back to throw. Goff. Open man there. That's Bellamy. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he connects with Ertz. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. They'll run on 1st down. Bellamy. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 19-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Kill. 2 for 1. Watch out.
They'll try the left side. Bellamy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Henderson, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Darrell Henderson, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. On second down, Freeman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Everyone, you got four down.
Jackson on first down. Looking deep for Julio. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the...
And the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me. Check 52.
Out of the gun. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They'll try the left side. Bellamy. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he's on to punt for L.A. This will be fielded at the 17. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I'm here all day.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Cannon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 27, Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down, Rams.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Let's go, D. Deuce.
Ric Flair.
On second down now. It's Henderson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. And it's third down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Now it's gone. This is caught. It's Cooks. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Watch the safety creep.
22 jet bomber.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
It's a party now. 45.
From the 31, Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go, D. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bellamy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Check 45 to Mike. It's going to be a lot.
Value 3, value 3. 61, matchbox lights.
On first down, it's gone. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Bellamy. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Complete to Jones. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Let's get it together, G.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And that's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
Mike 51. Mike 51. What? Hey, let's calm down. Hey,
To throw on 3rd down. Jackson.
Check.
They sack him back at the 42. Samson Abukum, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
That one goes for 24 yards. Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Bellamy. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Jim, 22, jet cover. 22, jet cover.
On 1st down, it's White. The 20. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag, motion, pop, pop, pop.
On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down, Bellamy. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll keep it on the ground. Bellamy. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Cut. 180. DC.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Blue draw Corkers.
They'll try the air now with Gall. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Third and long. It's gone. He gets it to Cooks. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A beautiful fake. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll try the right side here with White. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, it's Freeman. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Freeman again. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for L.A., the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.